Hey house friends, how's it going? This is Mona with Kickstart House, and in this video, we're going to get to the bottom of the question, should you DIY or should you hire out? You've been on the fence about the question of going with DIY because you might save some money or hiring out because you're really kind of busy and don't know what you're doing, then this is the video for you because we're going to clear up all that confusion and give you some clarity so that you can make the best decision for you. This video here is a three-part series on do-it-yourself versus hiring out. So you definitely don't want to miss the other two videos that go in companion with this topic here. If you're a fan of HGTV shows, or you're a first-time homeowner or the owner of a fixer-upper, then the question of whether to improve your home by doing something yourself or hiring out to a professional or a vendor has probably come up in your mind, if not once, but many times over the course of your occupation of your home. In today's landscape of social media and home improvement reality shows, we get a lot of messages. Some messages tell us that it's really easy to DIY. We see these 30-second clips off of TikTok and Instagram that show us how easy it is to do home projects. And at the same time, we're also seeing these spaces that completely get transformed, homes that get redone in just a 30-minute television show. But on the other hand, I know you're smart and I know you know reality, and real projects don't happen just like that. So, what's the truth and how much can you really handle? Today, we're going to dive into a little bit about the appeal of each of them and give you some clarity so that you can make the decision that's best for you. But first, don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you can get all my videos on tips and tools for how to navigate your home renovation. First, let's talk about the appeal of do it yourself. Do it yourself or DIY is something that has been around in the home improvement space for quite a long time. And if you've never tackled a home project before and you're excited about the prospect of improving your home, it may actually seem really, really fun. That's not a surprise because TV shows and content are designed to make things look fun. It's also tempting to DIY something because you want to save money. Perhaps you're on a budget or you used all your savings to purchase the house. So you want to get to those improvements, but you don't have that many funds remaining to get the work done. This is when DIY is especially appealing because in exchange for the money that you would pay somebody else, you put in your own sweat equity to get the work done, and you also feel like you're a weekend warrior. In today's world of quick sound bites and video clips, DIY can seem really easy. If some random YouTuber or an Instagrammer can transform their home through a few do it yourself hacks, why can't you, right? All of this goes back to why do it yourself is so tempting. But as we know, nothing is as simple as it seems. Because when you think about it, your property and your home is likely to be the biggest asset or investment that you have. You spent a lot of money on this property. And the thing about DIY projects for the home, especially, is that if you do it wrong, you could cause a lot more damage. And the few dollars or hundreds of dollars that you may have saved by doing it yourself, you could end up paying exponentially multiple folds for afterwards in repairs. You could end up paying many times that amount to repair or remedy the situation if it was not done correctly. There's obviously a risk factor involved. That's why we also want to look at what it means to hire out. Hiring out your project to a handyman, a builder, or a contractor, or other design pro to complete the work is really, really tempting, especially if you're not handy. If you're normally not a handy person, you don't just see a project and go, ah, of course I could do that, then you may very well be someone who is drawn to hiring out. Hiring out is going to cost more money than do it yourself. But as the saying goes, time is money. If you've got a busy life already, or work is very consuming, and there are other things that you need to be doing with your life instead of, say, fixing your house, then hiring out makes a lot of sense. You can make a lot more progress a lot quicker since you're working with a crew who can get a lot of things done instead of what you could do individually as a weekend warrior. So, what do you do with all this information If you already know what DIY entails and what hiring out entails, but you still can't decide what's right for you, well, the first tip I would give you is you've got to clear the noise. You got to clear the noise and the messages that are coming from outside of you. Those external messages that come from TV shows, Instagram reels, TikTokers, Pinterest, home improvement shows, HGTV, magazines, all those little sound bites that we get in our regular contemporary life that tell us we can do our own major home projects. Understand that that content is created for storytelling. Understand that those examples are shown because people want to see a good story. They're trying to get viewership for a show or just their account or to sell magazines. So, what you need to refocus on is to shed those external messages and really look inside yourself. Look at your internal goals, your internal values, and how you want to spend your money. Because if you look at what your internal values are, then you can actually align your decisions with the right one that's going to move you forward and that's best for the project that you're working on. Look at your own skill set. Are you familiar with construction? Have you done any projects in the past? What's the scale of project that you worked on before? Have you only done cosmetic fixes, things that involve more painting and decorative stuff? Or have you ever gotten into the bones and nitty gritty of a house? It's waterproofing, it's plumbing, it's electrical. Those things where if you mess up, it could really be expensive to fix. Refocus from those external messages to your own internal constraints. And then you can come back to this question of should you DIY or should you hire out? Hopefully that gives you a lot more clarity. If you've gotten some value out of this video so far, be sure to subscribe or comment to let me know any additional questions that you have. This video is part of a 3-part series. And in the next video, we're going to look specifically at do-it-yourself DIY. And in the third video of the series, we're going to look more at the hiring out portion of it. So be sure to stay tuned for the next part. In the meantime, if you listen to yourself and you already know that you're not going down that DIY path anymore, and you really need to hire out but haven't figured out what to do yet, I have a free download for you. I'm linking it in the video description, or you can always find it at kickstarthouse.com. This is a free download I put together that's a guide on the top things you must do before you hire a contractor. It's a checklist for homeowners to make sure that you're prepared before you jump into something that you may not be ready for, because no one wants a horrible construction experience. And we all want you to be able to save your time, save your money, and save your sanity. I'll see you next time for part 2 of this 3-part series. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with any questions. See you next time.